I've actually ran 3 different SaaSes up to this point. Everyone's creating SaaSes with AI, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone. But the hard thing is email as an SMS, and then running automations consistently, doing backups, data logs, compliance. All those things are like, no one can vibe code that. What I'm doing more of now, which is building front end apps with like vibe coding, and then also selling HighLevel on the back end. So we have HighLevel do all the hard stuff that you can't vibe code, and we just connect it with a front end, really basic vibe coded app. They're using a completely custom experience that I made for them.
What is your journey with running a SaaS? What is your vision with HighLevel in the long term? What problem kept showing up that you felt like you had to build SaaS Suite?
Because I realized that there was an education problem for agencies' customers. So SaaS Suite started as an educational video library with all of my white labeled videos over 25 different very key features of HighLevel, and teaching them how to use those different parts. And they were super short videos, like 2 minutes long.
What I want to know is, like, a lot of people want to learn HighLevel, and how did you get started in teaching HighLevel in the first place?
I got started with a program called Content Army from HighLevel.
Okay.
This was a really small program they launched years ago.
Yeah. Is it still active?
Barely. They would do like 1 video every 3 months.
Okay.
But they don't do many because they send most of them to us now. But they basically put out bounties for different videos that they needed to teach other people on, whether it was like A2P or like websites or whatever. And then we would submit videos and they'd pick a winner. So I submitted my very first video and I taught people like growth operating with HighLevel. And it was a 16-minute long Loom video in my apartment. It looked terrible and I won and I got paid $1,000.
Yeah.
And that was my first experience with like UGC. And so that's how I got started with creating content to serve people.
UGC, user-generated
content. Yeah. Because that's basically what it is with HighLevel specifically. And then I got to post that content on my own channel.
Okay.
And so since I could do that, I could grow my own affiliate content.
A little double dipping.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
it. Because I'm not an employee of them. I'm a contractor basically for some stuff. So yeah, I get to create content for them and then also serve my people. And then people really like the way I taught. So I just kept doing it.
So now you run SaaSsuite.ai.
Yes.
Have you ran a SaaS? What was your journey with running a SaaS?
Yes, I've actually ran 3 different SaaSes up to this point. The first SaaS I started was a transition from my family's digital marketing agency. So I started a website design agency with my stepdad to help provide for my mom and my sister, my family.
Okay.
We started that together with HighLevel, grew that to 6 figures, and then we transitioned into SaaS because every agency owner knows eventually you turn to the dark side and you go to SaaS because agency life can suck sometimes.
Yeah.
So we started that. That was called XXI Designs. We turned that into a digital marketing agency where people could just sign up for HighLevel and sell them accounts. We learned that was way easier to just have them pay us $200-$300 a month, and then they could just use the platform. And that was our first SaaS. We have like 80 users with that one. And then I moved into my own SaaS, which was just a test basically called Linkific. And it was just reselling HighLevel through really basic ads. And I got my first SaaSpreneur award with that. And then I moved into the third one that I'm working on right now is actually what I'm doing more of now, which is building front end apps with like vibe coding and then also selling HighLevel on the back end.
What does that look like?
So that looks like whenever you purchase a HighLevel account through a SaaS plan, it automatically makes them an account in HighLevel, right?
Yeah.
Instead of giving them the login details to that account, we give them a better looking, more customized front end using vibe coding. So we'll create something really simple, like a chiropractor focused CRM that is more mobile friendly, that we can get published on the App Store, that we can give people their own accounts for instead of having them log into HighLevel. Okay. Then we can use the API and a couple marketplace apps to plug the two together so they have a sub account in HighLevel and a account in our own app. And that's what I call an acquisition app. It's an app that it's easier to get people into because they don't have to get on their computer and log in. They can just make an account on their own phone.
Is this focused on mobile?
Yep.
Okay.
So I focus this mostly on mobile. And we started that with a company called Ulink, which I'm the CTO of, and we do like LinkedIn automation. It's something that's completely unrelated to HighLevel, but we do emails through HighLevel. So we have HighLevel do all the hard stuff that you can't vibe code, and we just connect it with a front end, really basic vibe coded app.
Every single sub account that purchases, do you have to manually connect webhook, API integration to the sub account?
Nope. Do you know Rupert from Level Marketplace?
I know Rupert.
Yeah, so he's awesome. So he has his app, which is Agency Actions, which lets you get location IDs and then get location tokens.
Got it.
Automatically in one automation. So whenever an account gets created, it makes their token, it sends it over to the platform, and then they can interact with it. So there's nothing manual.
And then so your customer in this scenario is not focused on using the web app. They're focused on the mobile app.
In this scenario, yeah, exactly.
In this agency.
And whatever front end I've built for them. So it's not really like they're using Lead Connector. It's like they're using a completely custom experience that I made for them.
Do they ever know that it's HighLevel?
No, because they never log into HighLevel.
They never log in. Okay.
Right, because they don't have to. Because the hard thing with like most people wanting to create a SaaS today, because everyone's creating SaaSes with AI, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone. But the hard thing is email as an SMS, and then running automations consistently, doing backups, data logs, compliance. All those things are like, no one can vibe code that. Like eventually, sure, maybe, but that's really difficult to get done. So when you can run that through HighLevel, and then you just have a pretty front end that took you 2 minutes to make, then it's really easy. Yeah.
So are you building new front ends for different industries? Are you building it per customer? How are you building these front ends?
Yeah, so I'll build them for different industries. So I just did a test. You can actually go to unlimitedmediastorage.com and you can make an account, and it creates an account in my HighLevel agency. And basically it's just reselling, I shouldn't be talking about this, but it's just reselling the media storage of HighLevel. That's literally it, because media storage is unlimited in HighLevel.
Right.
So you can sell media storage for $10 a month for unlimited media storage, and you just have it run off of HighLevel, and you don't have to do anything.
There's so many features inside of HighLevel. How many agencies are taking different features of the software and selling portions of the software and creating these micro SaaSes, but ultimately creating a portfolio of monthly recurring revenue for them. Is that your vision? What is your vision with HighLevel in the long term?
Yeah, that's my vision, is as micro SaaSes. I think selling all the features is great. Like I know you do a lot of that with Progreda. And I think there's a lot of people that want to sell HighLevel to local industries, and it just makes it way easier whenever you dumb it down to just the basics of what they need. Because at the end of the day, you might want to sell AI agents and voice AI and websites and funnels and optimize all these different parts for the, mom and pop shop down the road.
Yeah.
But they just have a bad website and they don't email their customers.
So you're teaching HighLevel agencies or any customers how to use the software every single week.
Yes.
What problem kept showing up that you felt like you had to build SaaS Suite?
SaaS Suite came out about because I realized that there was an education problem for agencies' customers. If you're selling HighLevel as a white label, 9 times out of 10, when you bring a customer into that platform, you have to onboard them because they don't know what they're getting into. They don't know how to build a website. They don't know how to import their contacts. Like using all the different features of HighLevel is hard enough as someone that knows that it's HighLevel, but for a customer that doesn't know it's HighLevel and they can't go to YouTube and say, how do I use HighLevel?
Yeah.
Most of these white labels that are just brand new don't have education for these customers. So SaaS Suite started as an educational video library with all of my white labeled videos over 25 different very key features of HighLevel, and teaching them how to use those different parts. And they were super short videos, like 2 minutes long, very highly quality controlled, very easy to follow. And it just gave them those quick wins. It's the same thing as quick wins from Chase. Whenever you, if they're still doing that, whenever you first get on board a HighLevel, you have a quick wins library. So giving that to white label customers at scale with like gray labeled videos that are brandless, basically, it made it really accessible for new agencies and new white labels to onboard their customers with videos like that. I know HL Pro Tools makes videos like that. HighLevel makes videos like that. There's tons of these videos everywhere. My distribution method was just getting them out to these customers and letting them onboard their sub accounts. And now we support over 700 different sub accounts with those videos. And then you can, it grows from there. People get to do login tracking and onboarding tracking and onboarding videos and custom videos and all sorts of stuff after that. But that's what SaaS Suite started as, and that's what it's kind of grown into.
Why do you think onboarding is such an overlooked growth lever for SaaS agencies?
I think it's specifically overlooked for high-level agencies. So I originally thought about this when I started using other software tools like Lovable, Replit, Zoho, like even other CRMs that you sign up for.
Yeah.
How many of those CRMs that you sign up for do you actually have to get on an onboarding call with their team to use? Rarely. So why do we have to do it with HighLevel? Why is this the model that we've picked to solve this really big problem with a Band-Aid of having them hop on with someone overseas? Because other software companies don't have this issue.
Yeah.
They get in and customers know what they're doing because there's either an interactive walkthrough or there's videos to teach them how to use the software. I've never had to get on a support call with someone from Lovable, Zoho, Supabase, any of these other.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think HighLevel inherently, since they're designed to be a white label, they don't have like pre-made onboarding systems for their customers. Now they're getting better at it, but they don't have like an interactive walkthrough that shows you through all the different steps. And also just because they have so many features, it becomes really difficult for people to figure out how to use what they just got into. So it feels just like a monster for most people.
Do you think it would be challenging for HighLevel to even create an interactive walkthrough if there's so many different agencies with different niches and different use cases, customization of the app itself, that having the onboarded or customized walkthrough or just a walkthrough in general would actually cause interference for the agencies?
I think they could if they allowed it to be customized. So basically, SaaS Suite started as a replacement for the Launchpad because the old Launchpad was terrible. It didn't really do much.
It hasn't evolved much in 6 years, 5 years.
You should check it now. Have you seen the new Launchpad?
What's new about it?
So it is now. Those videos that I made for SaaS Suite, I sold that to GoHighLevel.
I see.
So they get to use those in the new Launchpad. Now, they don't do it as well as I do, but if they allow people to customize that experience for their customers, it makes things a lot easier. So like in SaaS Suite, people come in, they put in their agency name, they put in their colors, they put in what are the 5 things that their customers need to do when they log into their account, and then it automatically just gives them a custom menu link, and that is just their hub for everything. So that's how SaaS Suite started for me. I just wanted it to be like one place customers could go to and just have everything get done for them. And it's worked really well. So as long as agencies can customize it, that's fine.